All right, my friend, welcome in. It's day 37 of our 40-day walk through Abraham's life of faith. And today we're here to read and react with Genesis 24, 34 through 57. It's a great moment of storytelling. We're here in the middle of Abraham's servant's quest to find a wife for Isaac. And today he's made it to Rebecca's family, and he has to explain to them how God's led him on the quest so far. And then he has a surprising proposal to make to them. So that's what's ahead for us today. If you haven't already, now's a great time to go ahead and pause for a moment and read for yourself and enjoy one of these all-time great stories of literature, not just the Bible. So drink it in, pause, read, and then I'll come back and show you my highlights here in just a minute. But for now, I'm going to let you hit pause and read. Okay, how we doing? What do you think? Great story, isn't it? I've left us here in a moment of suspense as we read Genesis 24, 34 through 57. And when we get to the end of the story here, left us with a cliffhanger where Rebecca is getting asked a question about whether or not she wants to go back with Abraham's man, his emissary, like tomorrow. So things escalated kind of quickly there, didn't it? But for me, I want to show you my greens for today, my highlights. I really don't have any reds, maybe a yellow for me as I grab my highlighter. This curious urgency that Abraham's servant here is saying. The servant and the men with him stayed there overnight. All right, that's all normal. But then early the next morning, Abraham's servant said, "Send me back to my master." And he's like, "Don't delay me. You know, the Lord's made my mission successful. So now send me back so I can return." And he's thinking like, today. Why is he so urgent? I mean, he's obviously excited. Abraham's older at this point. Maybe he's anxious to get back. Maybe Abraham's, maybe health isn't quite what it was. I don't know. We have no idea. It's just kind of curious. It makes you wonder why does it have to be now? And then leaves us with the cliffhanger. What is Rebecca gonna say? She's not being asked, by the way, if she wants to go. That's already been decided. She's just being asked, is she ready to go like today? Interestingly enough. So there's my yellow, just a puzzle. We don't have an answer for it. Just kind of makes me go, hmm. But my green for today, there's a couple of green moments that I love. There's a lot to like in the story. I love this moment here where the Abraham's servant is recounting the story of how he came upon Rebecca at the well, and he just says this line talking about God's response to his prayer for guidance. He says, "Before I had finished praying in my heart, I saw Rebecca coming out with her water jug on her shoulder." And what I love about this is this says something to how God is interacting here in this entire story. Because if Rebecca is the answer to his prayers, Rebecca was already on the move toward the well before he even makes the request, right? And so you see God working every side of this story. He's leading Abraham's emissary, his man, his servant, leading him to the well, right time, right place, and Rebecca there as well. So they're kind of on this collision course that, it's destiny. I just think that's pretty cool. And it also I like the little detail. He's praying in his heart. So he's not saying his prayer out loud. It's just a prayer in his own mind and heart. And God's already answering it before he even thought to ask. And so this idea was that, God's even leading him to ask this, to make this prayer. Isn't it? I just think it's just kind of a cool window into how prayer works. when we don't often get to see. We usually get to see maybe one side of the prayer, but here we get to see it all. I think that's pretty cool. And then, a second green moment for me here, it has to do with this very pointed question from the servant to Rebecca's family, and he says, "Tell me, will you or won't you show unfailing love and faithfulness to my master?" And he's asking for Rebecca to go home with him to the land of Canaan. Just this very direct. He's told them about how God has shown Abraham unfailing love and faithfulness here, right? And now he's asking for Laban and the family to mirror that same attitude that God has had, and also show that same unfailing love and faithfulness. I just think that's pretty cool. And then here, Laban and Bethuel, that's Laban's father, they give this great response. The Lord has obviously brought you here, so there's nothing we can say. Take her and go. I think that's pretty cool. They are seeing what we're seeing in this story, right? There's too many coincidences that to add up to anything other than God's leading in this moment. Love that. All right, so there's my greens and my yellows today. What about you? Take a moment, drop them here for yourself, make note of them, and then scan the QR code to add them to our Facebook group as well. And then once you do that, press on, reflect a little bit about prayer, a little more reflections on prayer, that adding to what we talked about yesterday. And then I'll come back if you scan the QR code and let me, and I will return with a few thoughts about prayer myself and an idea to do something fun with it. All right, so for now, read, enjoy, and I'll see you in a little bit.